Hey guys, how's it going? Feeling like mad depressed and mad gross right now. Pretty unhappy, pretty angry, frustrated, got a headache. Mostly angry because, well, any of you Zoids out there that have gotten a job or whatever, it's frustrating, right? You get a job, and especially early on in my 20s. I would get a job and it would be cool, it'd be alright for a second. You know, you'd be forced to interact with people, you'd be forced to talk to your coworkers and things of that nature. Which could be worse. No, it could. and people put up these fronts of being kind and nice. Or they put up these fronts that, they're focused on the work at hand, or camaraderie among the workplace, and things of that nature, right? And as a schizoid, you're just like, okay, well, I guess this isn't so bad, especially early on when it's like your first jobs and stuff. You're like, okay, well, everyone seems to be more focused on their job. It isn't about other stuff, right? So you kind of fall into this lull, thinking that that's the case. As time goes on, it's just more and more obvious that it was never the case. People lying, cheating, stealing, insecurities abound in every direction. Narcissism, other kinds of issues just rearing their ugly head. And a lot of us already grew up in like households where some of that stuff was prevalent, but when you experience it outside of the home, somebody in the early 20s, it's just, it hits you extra hard because you're like, okay, cool, so it's garbage everywhere. Wonderful. I just want to do my job. Can someone just train me and let me do my job, and that's it? Maybe there's a little bit of camaraderie via the fact that we all work under the same banner. Outside of that, can we just not do all these toxic human behavior shit? And it's just impossible to avoid, right? And, people try to frame you, throw you under the bus, or they see you as an easy target because you're so passive or different. Then you're the person that gets fucking smashed under the wheels because you chose to trust others, at least just on the basis of we're working together, right? And making this environment as habitable as possible should be the priority. But boy, are you wrong. Was I wrong in my 20s? Thinking that's how things worked. It's like a certain kind of naivete, I think, that kind of stems out of like the abstract thinker and even the autistic thinker, where we see the world in a completely different light, and our emphasis or our focuses are either, in my case, are this kind of metaverse all the time, which I'm thinking, oh, we all know this is just a shitty job, but we got to make the best of it, and we're all very aware of how unimportant any of this actually is, in comparison to the cosmic. So we should all just kind of bear our burdens and do what we can to help each other and make things as smooth as possible. That's what kind of the naivete that goes through someone like myself's brain. When you're working your first jobs, and pettiness, the spitefulness, the insecurities, the just all this weird power struggles over nothing. Power struggles over no scraps of power. Pathetic scraps of nothing. Because, my brain just goes, oh, okay, this is not power, this is nothing, this is just illusions. People tear each other asunder just to grab hold of these small morsels instead of just sharing. While fighting each other just to starve a little less. Still starving nonetheless. It's aggravating. It's infuriating. And I've gone through this a million times, and now, I didn't have a job for a while, the whole COVID situation. Got to experience life without a job for like a year. Life away from things like workplace environments. Got to help create this server and this channel, and it's allowed me to communicate with people that actually understand me, or I can understand them, their experiences, their concerns. They feel similar to these sort of situations in many regards, averse to the pettiness, averse to all these really pathetic power struggles, social ladder climbing, status. Because many of us, like I said, we either abstract out of it to the point where it just becomes irrelevant in our minds, or we concrete ourselves to the point where just a specific special interest becomes a primary focus, and we lose track of all these kind of really seemingly pointless layers of nothing. And I know this is supposed to be an angst upload, but man, it's like a cold rage right now. It's a cold kind of anger, shrouded in a sense of misery. I think part of the issue is I've discovered what it is I want to do with my life. I've discovered what actually brings me a sense of meaning. That's this, everything associated to it, everything I'm striving to get accomplished eventually. And so to go back into the workplace and experience all this stupid shit again, after getting to experience something that's actually in the realm of sense of meaning, it feels disgusting. Just gross, man. Makes me nauseous. And this new job is okay. It's more adult industry kind of stuff, like product sales. It'd be fine, but again, it's the same patterns. You go there, it's the same thing every time. You have the people who fall in line out of fear. You have the people that are so insecure in their lack of control over their own lives that they want to impose themselves onto you and dominate their pathetic environment. You have the people that are maybe more interested in what you're seeking, which is just make the job as efficient and successful as possible for everyone involved, but are too afraid of or hesitant to deal with the people that are narcissists and such here in that same environment. Nepotism, despotism, all that bullshit. Pathetic. Horrible shit. And all I can do is just face it. All I can do is just be there. Deal with it. Because I have to pay bills. Because I have to make ends meet. It's horrific. It really is horrific. It kills my soul. And I don't know if it further hurts just because I got to experience something different. Something. It's like having a taste of something delicious for once. And then being told, oh, you have to go back to eating this gruel. Some part of you wishes you never tasted that delicious meal to begin with. Because now you remember. Now you know. Now you know what's there. It makes it that much more difficult to go back to the gruel, the flavorless, disgusting porridge that you're told is necessary for you to consume so that you can survive. Makes you wonder if you want to survive at all some days. Anyway, that's that, I think. I hope it wasn't too much of a downer, but I had to share it. Fuck jobs. Fuck workplace environments. God damn. I just want to work from home. Be neat or something. It's just, I get it. Pick yourself up by your bootstraps and you look down and there's nothing there. You're not even wearing boots.